The GTA 6 situation is shameless. Let's get it.
Alright, so obviously there's a lot of talk about GTA 6. This has been on the docket for many, many years. A lot of questions about how good it's going to be, the price of it. Well, we have some answers. GTA 6 will officially cost $80. The Ultimate Edition will cost 100 smackaroos, ladies and gentlemen. And
like to be honest, like even though like GTA 6 is the most hyped up game ever, I mean like before Half-Life 3, but that doesn't mean that they have to milking the entire like gaming industry. Like, are you for real now? For real right now? Like, everything is expensive now. We got like GTA 6 costing $80. Are we that for real now? Like this is gonna be like one of the most detrimental type shit that is ever gonna happen. Is because that if GTA 6 would get away with pricing their games at $80, most games would follow suit because of the recent success of GTA 6. Mark my words. Things would get expensive. I mean, if like it is pretty much like the inevitable, but we cannot let this slide.
And if you can't afford that, apparently you are a broke boy.
Shit.
If you're a broke boy, just say so. If you don't want to spend $100 on your games, you're broke. Twitter is mocking anyone questioning the price tag on this game, which unfortunately might create a trickle-down effect.
Oh my god, it's the same old suspects. Leave my multi-billion-dollar company alone. Man, these bootlickers, yikes.
Of more AAA games feeling emboldened to up the prices of their games even further. And what makes this even funnier is that the physical version of GTA 6 will only include a digital code. The meme lives on. Very, very frustrating to see.
Like, what is the point of buying the physical copy of GTA 6 without, like, it's only a digital code? Like, where's the CD? There's no disc. So we're just buying a case then of nothing. Instead of like just buy instantly from the store or from the like in-game store or like the, I don't know, like what y'all use, but why not just do that instead of like making like just plastics? It's pretty much like selling plastic at this point.
The physical owner, Chad's win once again. If you have the chance, get a physical copy. The fact that it's so normalized to not include a disc with a physical version is insane. The fact it's so normalized is depressing. But we're going to see some of the coverage here from Vera Dark. She's going to go through all of this and some of the comments from social media. So
all right, let me just
let's tap right in, ladies and gentlemen.
So many of us have been hyped for the release of Grand Theft Auto 6, and now that launch is right around the corner, we're getting all of the juicy details about the pricing, about extra content, and right now it is actually facing a lot of backlash because $80 is the price for the standard edition. If you buy
$80. Come on, guys. Don't you have $80 more to give over to Rockstar?
Physical, you're really
at this point it's pretty much abuse. I can't believe that they would do this.
Just getting a code in the box. The more expensive edition gives you content that they're cutting from the standard, and it's quite a mess on social media. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, this is a massive release. This is the most expensive video game of all time, probably the fastest earning video game of all time. It is going to break records for...
It's going to sell multiple billions of dollars. Make no mistake. I mean, the game could be utter trash, but it's going to sell an insane volume of copies because it is what it is. It's GTA 6. There's going to be a fear of missing out. Every normie out there is going to dig into their purse to make sure they can buy this game because everyone else is doing it. That is the way it is. And every streamer out there is going to want to buy it and stream it. This game, no matter what is contained
here right now, is that like gaming studios or like pretty much like multi-billion-dollar studios will make this like more normalized to like they slowly increasing the price of video games. Like it's not like $60 anymore. It's not like $70 anymore. We're just pretty much like moving slowly until like the average dude cannot buy like a AAA game ever again. This is why like today, or pretty much like this era, is pretty much like the golden age for indie games and for front slops as well, because this type of thing of like pricing is gone way too far. And I do get it that GTA 6 would get away with this because it is the most anticipated game of all time. Like people have been waiting for this to happen for like a decade now or more. And like for one thing, I really wish that if like Half-Life 3 would come out and would actually tease, hopefully that they will not follow this suit of just pretty much like this, like increase the price. Like I please, man, like Gaben, if you're listening to this or watching this, please don't make Half-Life 3 more expensive than ever.
Within it, it doesn't matter to people. That is the reality. This is like the ultimate golden goose of a game, and we're going to see that play out for sure.
Player counts and pre-order numbers, it is going to be insane, even if it is facing this backlash.
Good
but
little
that
cattle.
doesn't mean
True.
that the criticisms on social media should go unnoticed or ignored. I've seen a lot of Grand Theft Auto fans saying, no, it's actually okay that they're doing this because it costs so much to develop. It's not my responsibility to budget better and follow timelines. Like, what the developers do is what the developers do, but I, as a consumer, deserve to get my money's worth, and I'm sure that this game is going to be big, and it's going to be extensive.
I mean, I'll just make this quick. Like, it's already expensive, like the $80 price tag alone, and also like the separate price tags for like DLCs, and even like the story mode, if I get my information correctly. But yeah, it's already that expensive. If $80 is worth it, at least like include like more content instead of just like separating them into multiple DLCs. Like for me right now, like the $80 price tag isn't justified for Grand Theft Auto 6.
It is going to be fun, though. Will people end up deciding to walk away from it or wait for a future release, like a PC release? I'm not necessarily sure, because
or if the price goes down. But unfortunately, I think all the cards are owned by Rockstar in this situation, and it's going to be probably a very long time before they reduce the price. I'm just going to tell you now, it's going to be a long time because they don't have to. They really don't have to. They might reduce it by $10 after a while, but like they're going to hold on to that full value for a very long time because they know people are going to pay for it. They're fully aware. They know the power they hold in this situation.
Yeah, like at the same time, like consumers are like, it's kind of bad. It's kind of a bad thing that is now normalized. But then again, the consumer part, I'm saying like the majority of the consumers are pretty much like gotten used to this. Like if they saw like a price tag, which is like, for me, it's kind of absurd. But for the rest of the consumers, they will just, okay, I'll just pay for that. Damn.
Now now that we have some of these details, it is definitely facing a lot of criticism. So first off, we know that the standard base edition of the game is going to be $80, which I think a lot of people expected. $70 has been the sort of norm for a couple of years. This is a truly next generation game. This is going to be a behemoth. It is going to be large. It is going to be beautiful. I'm sure it's going to have tons of different systems. And so I think a lot of gamers even expected it to be higher priced than that. Though $80 standard will mean that more companies are now going to feel like they can charge $80, which is a really big...
That is the most concerning thing out of all of this.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm saying this beforehand. Like, the other companies would actually do this shit after, like, the successful launch of GTA 6. I know, like, GTA 6 will successfully launch since because this is pretty much the most anticipated game ever. And then, like, seeing, like, the other companies would see this and they will follow suit, which is the most concerning thing ever. And despite, like, having the majority of the consumers would actually just, just accept it without having any, like, reservations to talk about it or just having a backlash for it.
You play GTA or not, if you're not interested in this game at all, whatever, the real concern is the new standard, because every AAA studio has been waiting for GTA 6 to set the new precedent, to up the prices and make sure, wait, this is the new standard, we should follow suit. And now you're going to see lots of games try to justify an increased price. They'll blame the economy, but they'll mostly say, hey, look at our peers. We have such a high development cost. This is so much bang for your buck, just like GTA. That, unfortunately, is what's going to happen here.
Big sticking point for me when we're talking about this game and what they've announced, because the standard edition is going to be $80. A lot of other companies are probably going to want to try that now. We know that GTA 6 is just a code in a box, meaning a lot of other companies will now feel like, you know what, who cares about physical? We can just do what Rockstar did and what...
Guys, eat the bugs. Buy the physical copy with a digital code. Just consume product and shut up. Give us your $100. Or else you're gonna miss out.
Tooted.
Sad reality
and
we
it
live
also
in.
raises the question about cut content. So the Ultimate Edition is going to be $100, where the Standard Edition is $80. This being $100 isn't shocking. It's not like this is the first game to ever release an Ultimate Edition for $100.
Correct.
And I'm certainly not saying that, but the issue that people have is the $100 Ultimate Edition has a lot of content locked behind it.
Like, what
so
the
it says
frick?
GTA 6's Ultimate Edition has been revealed, showing off a ton of exclusive content available to those who fork out an extra $20.
And that's the whole mentality of it, right? Like, oh, well, you're already spending $80. Why not $100? Because you're going to miss out on content. You've already spent $80. Why not just spend another $20? That is exactly how they're viewing.
Yeah, like, this is the most scummiest thing ever. $80, but you still get cut content. Yeah, this is the most scummiest practice ever.
This, and they know people are going to give in. They don't want to miss out on content by not paying the extra $20, and most people are going to end up getting the deluxe version,
including some in-game stores. As you'd expect, the extra money goes towards exclusive cosmetics for Jason and Lucia, but what come as a shock to many is that some in-game stores are locked behind the Ultimate Edition. Ride Out Customs are a mod shop, transform vanilla vehicles into magnificent works of art with detailed interiors, exquisite rims, and donk stylings. Sarah's unisex salon gets signature salon styles for both of the characters, including facial hair for Jason, and makeup and nails for Lucia. Stock 305, a clothing store, style various unique and exclusive looks for them.
That's a very good point in the chat there. Gaming is becoming more and more of a luxury.
True.
Of course, on its face, it is a luxury, right? It is a luxury to be able to buy video games and play things like that for your entertainment.
Right, like, at this point, like, playing video games is gotta be the most expensive hobby that ever is. If we're talking about, like, golfing, if we're talking about, like, I don't know, like, other stuff, like, other hobbies, yeah, video games is now considered as the expensive hobbies. It is what it is. We do live in the dark times right now.
But when it becomes a pricey luxury, something that you really need to actually consider, given how costly it is, that's pretty depressing. I'm not gonna lie.
At Stockyard's premier destination for elevated streetwear, Electric Fang Tattoo, which is the tattoo shop, and then One-Eyed Willie's, which is another mod shop. Now, we do not know a lot of details about this. It is not clear if this is basically just additional content, like additional cosmetics, because obviously there's going to have to be a barber shop in the base game. There's going to have to be a mod shop in the base game. I would just assume that the...
also, like, another thing, like, I pretty much, like, thought about this. If, like, after, like, the initial launch, like, not the initial, like the official launch of GTA 6, like, they will, like, they pretty much, like let the game run for a while, and then after a while, they would do, like, the same thing on GTA 5, that they will release, like, multiplayer mode, and then they could still make, like, millions of dollars just to, like, release some more DLCs, more cars, more weapons, more clothing, and all that jazz. They are just, like, milking the entire GTA fan base with this.
Are ramped up to 100, and there's tons of more options and tons of special options, which on one hand, I understand that, of course, they want to make as much money as possible and they needed to do something for an Ultimate Edition, but this feels like a slap in the face to a lot of people to rip that content away from the people who are already shelling out $80 freaking dollars. And
that's the most frustrating part. I think that is the most valid reason people are upset, when you are literally paywalling content at $80. $80 is not enough to get all the content. That is crazy. Especially when it seems like it's going to be a pretty stiff amount of content. It's not like a tiny little cosmetic benefit, or like whatever happened to buying a deluxe version or an ultimate edition of a game and getting, like, swag or something with it, especially if you're getting a physical copy. Like, when did that stop? That was, like, the standard. Now it's like, well, we'll give you all the content in the game now. You're welcome. Thanks for the extra $20. That is really, really bad. And that's going to be another trend we're going to see with AAA studios.
Very big problem with this is the fact that there is also content that is locked behind this paywall. We do not know how much, but it is being specified that there are special locations and additional activities spread throughout their story. So
are we not? Yep. Oh my god, this is pretty much frustrating. Like, this is one of the things that I would justify boycotting. This is too much. Like, for $80, this is just cut from the content for an $80 game. The boycott will be justified. Like the outrage will be justified. This is just scummy as fuck.
This is just a slap in the face to the people that were excited to get all of that content day one, because when there's
not all of that, like, for the pre-orders as well. because I know for a fact that a lot of people would pre-order. At least like the pre-orders would get like the exclusive straight off the bat without having to like cut content. Like for actually who did the pre-orders or who actually pre-ordered the game, they would like immediately get this instead of just being cut.
Waited so many
games
years.
that are constantly releasing. $100 is still really pricey. It's not like it is just, oh yeah, I mean, it's $10 for the whole experience and then $10 extra for DLC. No, $80 to $100 is a chunk of change, and I still think that all of this content should be offered with the base edition of the game for $80 because that is already above the industry standard price, and we don't know again how many locations or how many
I feel like just based on the fact that they're increasing the price to begin with, that increased price at $80 should be justifying itself with all of this additional content that'll be there when you buy the standard. Right? I'm still thinking that's absurd, right? No one likes seeing the price increase, but if you're going to do it for the base version of the game, that additional content should be the justification, not the justification for the Ultimate Edition that's even more expensive.
Right. Like, I get the feeling, like, I don't know, like this is going to be one of my tinfoil hat moments right here, but what if this is some sort of a psyop, you know? Like a what is it? Like a false flag, yeah. Like they will start the pot with having like spreading this message of an $80 game with cut content as to as the way to promote the game, so that a lot of people would talk about the game, like how scummy this shit is. And then after like a reasonable amount of backlash that goes towards Rockstar, and then they would reduce the price, and then they would remove the cut content and actually just give what the fan, like the player base want actually. Yeah, this is one of my tinfoil hats, but I think this is the move. Instead of the usual, like having like celebrities advertising the game. No, they would advertise the game through a backlash or a drama or a situation.
Activities that are going to be extra, but it still certainly isn't a perfect look. And to top that off, this one really, really upsets me because I'm someone who still buys physical as much as possible.
Base.
The GTA 6 physical copies won't include a disc. It is literally just a code in the box, so it's not even really a physical edition anymore.
So basically, you're just buying a box of nothing, a piece of paper in a box. What for? What, just to showcase on your shelves or something? That we get. Man, we definitely need to bring back disc.
No.
Or yeah, I guess if you want the box on your shelf, you could get that, but you could also just take a box from another game and do a GTA 6 cover printout and then literally put that on your shelf too.
True.
But this right here
Don't do that.
is also going to signal a big change for the industry because now the floodgates are opened. It is not shocking to see that they are doing this because they are not the first company to do this. This isn't the first time we're seeing an $80 standard and a $100 Ultimate Edition. This isn't the first time we're seeing a code in a box instead of a physical disc. This isn't the first time that content has been ripped away from a base edition to be sold in a Ultimate Edition or a Deluxe Edition or a Special Edition. But ultimately, this means that we could see major industry shifts on all fronts. And
my God.
It's one thing too to be like, you know what, at the end of the day, I love GTA. I'm hyped for this game. I'm gonna buy it regardless of the price. But you can still have that mentality and be like, this still is slimy, right? Like, you're allowed to have multiple layers of thoughts about this, but just a code in a box, that'll...
I kind of agree and disagree. I kind of like agree that like how Rev's saying that like regardless of the like the $80 price tag, like he would still buy it. Like, I do agree on that one thing, but I would disagree that like buying the game as well would also like to justify the actions of like the scummiest practice of Rockstar. Like, what is this, like Rockstar is copying the EA playbook of having like cut content or pretty much like paywalled content just to like enjoy the game. Like, is this what I'm seeing right now?
Never sit right with me. I'm sorry. It will just never sit right with me.
And the response has been pretty swift and pretty brutal. And look, I'm just gonna say it now. If you love GTA and you're still hyped for this, I'm happy for you. I hope you buy it.
Yes.
I hope you play it. I hope you get your money's worth. I am not telling people to boycott or to not buy it. I personally think that GTA 6 is too big to fail. But if this game ends up being bad or buggy and broken at release, that means GTA 7, when we get that in probably 30 years, it would take a major hit because Rockstar and Take-Two would now take major reputation. It's honestly, I think that if this game comes out and it's really bad, it's going to be the end of Rockstar. Though, ultimately, I am not sitting here and telling people, not to buy it, but this is a lot of bullshit, in my opinion, and I'm clearly not alone. Rockstar's Ultimate Edition is straight up predatory bullshit. Pay extra for basic outfits, tattoos, a decent car, and story content that should have been in the game at launch. They're not selling a masterpiece anymore. They're selling a $70 beta and DLC Skinner box for whales. GTA died when it became this greedy. Wake up. People would be hella pissed if a company like Ubisoft did this, but it's apparently okay if Rockstar does. And yeah, that's
an interesting point, yeah. I think the reception would be very different if it was Ubisoft doing this. Absolutely. Rockstar, like, they have, like, the longest rope.
God. Hold on. I kind of remembered the one thing from the Ubisoft. The what is it, like Skull and Bones? The developer would deem it as the first quadruple A, and then like they would justify the pricing because it's because like the Skull and Bones is a quadruple A game, and now what happened to Skull and Bones? They like she made a point that or I guess it's Rev said it, but like GTA 6 is too big to fail. But I'm still not happy with the way that they do the $80 price tag
to work with.
Content.
The amount of excuses and tolerance people have for Rockstar is probably greater than any company at this point.
This is my line of thought. I would be pissed if Ubisoft did this. I would be pissed if an EA did this. I would be pissed if this was in a Dragon Age game or a Mass Effect game. I would be pissed if this was in a Obsidian game. I would be pissed if this was coming from any company. And so, of course, I'm going to be livid when this is happening with GTA and Rockstar. So we have to pay even more money to experience the full game. This is Ubisoft levels of greed. Sounds actually worth it for the extra $20. And yeah, I mean, if you have the extra money, that's great. But should anybody really be taking a GTA 6 shill?
Oh, come on. These people doing free PR for the billion-dollar corporation.
Leave my billion-dollar
every time you
company
see
alone.
Such hyperly aggressive posts promoting games like this, just check who's saying it, right? Most of the time, it's an account like this. Literally dedicated dedicated to promoting Rockstar for free.
Holy.
Literally for free. I'm glad they have a blue badge. At least they can earn, 13 cents a month with their posts. But, like, that's crazy. Diabolical work.
Ill account? Seriously? Probably not. I mean this in the deepest, most genuine part of my soul, no jokes at all. This is the most retarded idea in the history of sales. Just give us the complete game on release day. We've waited over a decade for this.
Fair.
Additional activities, MFs couldn't even give us the full game. Not remotely interested in this game now, and I say that as a lifelong fan of this series. For me, I have zero hype for this because we still haven't seen gameplay. Like, I do not get excited for games until...
What? Are you sure seeing cutscenes isn't getting you hyped about a game that has so much more than just cutscenes? What are you talking about? That's crazy.
We see a lot of details and we see it in action, and unless when pre-orders open up tonight, they end up releasing a 1-hour stint of gameplay, or they actually show us like a large portion of the game and like every system and what they are going to truly have to offer, I'm still not going to be super hyped for it. And I think that is on them though, because they've delayed it so many times. They've tried to trickle out little pieces of information over the years, which doesn't lead to excitement either. So yeah, they definitely didn't, I think, update people.
I think the basic point that's been raised already is a very practical one. People have waited so long, over a decade of development hell for this game, and you can't even give people the full thing with the basic edition. Like, not even out of respect for the customer and how long they've been patient with you, you can't give them the full game at the standard edition. Again, just things that don't sit right with me personally.
The way that they should have. So they're locking content behind a paywall. F Rockstar. So they are locking missions behind the paywall. Got it. I'm fascinated by the logic I'm seeing by some people that because Rockstar made a shit deal having RDR2 hide content behind a paywall, that gives them license to make an even worse decision now. And yeah, just because they've done something similar before doesn't mean that you can't criticize them for these decisions. Here are
also like that previous account right here,
criticize them,
discussing film, total shill account, right? Total shill account. They hide replies that are negative very frequently. They are there simply to shill. That's all they do. So even the shills have to try to repackage this news in a way that's going to sell product, because that's what they're here to do. That's where they make their money, is shilling for these companies.
For these decisions. Here are a couple of other posts on it, and the responses are basically exactly the same. It's 20 extra for the Ultimate Editions, people. Stop being broke. It reminds
like, this has gotta be it's pretty much like never ending. Like, it's just like, it's like, for example, like the game is $60, like back then, $60, and then a new game would sell at 70, and then the shills would just say like, it's just $10, bro. Like, why you be so broke? It's just $10. And then until now, since like the standard is still at $70, and then we got GTA 6 at 80, and then the shills start saying like, it's only $20, bro. Like, stop being broke. This will never end. Even like the new standard would be 80, and then like another hype game would come out, and then the price tag would be $100. The same thing would happen. Like, the same thing would happen with the shills. It's only just $20, bro. Stop being. It will just be a never-ending cycle, where like people are just
me of the Pokimane cookie.
You're a broke
incident.
boy, just say
so. If you're just a broke boy, just say it. If people haven't recognized it yet, welcome to the dark ages of gaming where everything is locked behind a paywall or pay to win. I will pass. This should make everyone mad. They are essentially charging $100 for the full game and sticking an Ultimate Edition label on it to make you feel better.
Correct.
If you said anything about Nintendo's $80 games, you should be making the biggest stink right now. And yeah, I personally try to be as consistent as possible. I think that this is BS. I think that this deserves to be called out, and there are so many pieces of bad information that have released today right before pre-orders that they are now facing rightful backlash for. So I'll definitely be covering GTA more in the future. There is a lot to talk about when it comes to this game, especially tomorrow when pre-orders open, and we'll see if they announce any figures or what their numbers were and sort of.
It's already insane. It's hard to find out what the real number is because like every single one reporting the numbers has proposed notes on it saying this is not a valid source and stuff like that. But we're already seeing like allegedly billion plus in pre-sales.
Yep.
That is crazy. Not unexpected, but it's still crazy. And really, ultimately, this comes down to, do you want to spend $100 on this? If you're just motivated to get GTA 6 because you want it, more power to you. But I think it is very understandable that a lot of people have a big issue with what's going on here and the trickle-down effect this is going to have on the AAA industry as a whole.
Yeah. And at the same time, like for me, like I am not really kind of a GTA fan. Like just to be honest, I pretty much like bought GTA 5 like what is it like a decade or more years later after its official release, and since then like I barely touched the game because like I'm pretty much like not a fan of GTA. But since like sources say that GTA 6 would release at like consoles pretty much like day one for PS5s and Xbox, and it would be, and then like have to wait for another year for it to release on PC. But then again though, like when the time when GTA 6 would release on PC, there would be like I'm not gonna say the word, but you definitely know where, you know, like the crafty people who you know like grab the files and you know what, because like the price is kind of outrageous at this point. But at the end of the day, like the consumers, like even for me, like we're pretty much got used to it. It's pretty much like Stockholm syndrome for video games. We truly live in the dark ages of gaming, and that's why like you know like just play indie games at this point, because number one, it's more cheaper, and at the same time like it's more fun than, you know, like just the usual AAA games. But that's just my opinion.